Are you still trying to unpack what happened in the premiere of the hottest mystery show right now? We're here to break it down. Before its release, Poker Face was surrounded by a ton of hype. Having premiered on January 26th, it has not disappointed, providing a thrilling watch so far. But there is still more to come. In this video, we'll unpack what we saw in the first 4 episodes so we can all prepare for what else the new series has to offer in the near future. After all, there's a lot to be excited about. Let's dive into 4 main questions surrounding Poker Face right now. Starting with, number 1, what is Poker Face about? From the get-go, Poker Face is a pretty clear tribute to 70s mystery series Columbo, following a similar format. Poker Face is a mystery series that follows a casino cocktail waitress, named Charlie, that also has the impressive talent of being able to detect lies, which comes as the result of her extensive street smarts. In the first episode, Charlie says that everyone lies, but the biggest question is why, and this quote sets the perfect precedent for everything we see in the show. Up until now, Charlie's talent was best used to help her win poker games around the country. However, that changes quickly in the first episode, as Charlie is forced to take on a new adventure. Within the first few moments of episode 1, there is a murder. As a result, Charlie finds a new use for her talent, digging into the circumstances behind the death of her close friend. As she dives deeper into the mystery, things go wrong at the casino, and Charlie ends up on the run, taking us along for the ride. Like Columbo, each episode features a new mystery to solve. With each new mystery comes a new adventure, taking us from New Mexico to Texas and beyond. Before we unpack what exactly happened in the first episodes, let's turn to our second question. Number 2, who stars in Poker Face? From the writing to the acting, Poker Face is full of talent, featuring multiple familiar faces. Taking the lead role of Charlie is Natasha Lyonne, who is well known for her role in Orange is the New Black as Nikki, though, more recently, we saw her as the star of Netflix series Russian Doll. You may have also recognized Daisha Polanco, playing Natasha's friend Natalie, the victim of the murder. Polanco is best known for her role alongside Leon in Orange is the New Black as Dea, but she has also been in works like Russian Doll and Samaritan. The show also features a myriad of other guest stars like Adrian Brody, Ellen Barkin, Tim Blake Nelson, and more. Behind the scenes responsible for the writing was Ryan Johnson, who is well known for his mystery works, having written the acclaimed whodunit movie Knives Out and its recent follow-up Glass Onion. Johnson also wrote Star Wars The Last Jedi, but many Star Wars fans would prefer to forget that. Still, with a background in thrilling mystery-centered movies, Poker Face is the first television show written by Johnson, and it did not disappoint. So with the backdrop of who sets the stage, let's unpack more of what happened. Turning to our next question. Number 3, what happened in the Poker Face premiere? Just watching the first episode of Poker Face, we see the influence of the mystery movies and shows that came before it. Like we saw in Knives Out, Ryan Johnson's stories can get very complex, as different timelines are layered on top of each other and eventually tie back together for a clearer picture. This pattern provides an interesting format, as we meet Charlie and see the mysterious murder happen in parallel. Because of this structure, our experience in the episode is less figuring out who carried out the murder, and more on watching how Charlie figures it out. As we progress, the storyline gets more convoluted, but is important to sort out for the rest of the series. So let's do it. We learn that Charlie has history with the owner of the casino, Mr. Sterling Gates, and his son Sterling Jr. Sterling Jr. finds a way for Charlie's talents to come in handy, using her in a scheme to make big money off of the rich Casimir Kane in a poker game. Meanwhile, Nat makes a discovery that incriminates Sterling, leading to the plot and execution of her murder. While digging into Nat's murder, Charlie uncovers that Sterling and Cliff are responsible, but has to plan her revenge. Charlie confronts them. However, Charlie still agrees to help them in the poker scheme, as they threaten her to still do it. A key part of the first episode is learning that Charlie's morality is a bit questionable. For example, even after Nat's death and seeing the photo from Kaz's computer, Charlie makes a deal with Kaz, warning him of the scheme to take his money. This ruins the reputation of the casino and puts her on the run from Sterling Gates, who threatens to hunt her down for revenge. So she destroys her phone and takes off, but not before sending the evidence to the FBI and the police, with hopes to bring Sterling to justice. All in all, setting the scene for the following episodes. One thing to take note of through these first episodes is that Charlie is a novice detective, and the show points that out at us multiple times throughout. As we see Charlie dive into questions surrounding various murders, and sometimes doing so a bit clumsily. This concept alone is enough to interest us, as it provides a different light for a detective character, showing us a more humanizing side to Charlie's novice detective, instead of providing us with a do-no-wrong Sherlock Holmes type of detective. By the end of episode 4, we are left seeing the lengths that Charlie will go to and the schemes that she will take on to get a confession, or obtain physical evidence to solve a murder. Now, we wonder where else we will see her go as we move forward. Speaking of going forward, this brings us to our 4th and final question. Number 4, what is to come? So far, Peacock has only released the first 4 episodes of the series, but there is plenty more to come. Altogether, Poker Face will feature 10 episodes, and we will see one new episode released each week on Peacock. Based on the format so far, we can expect that each episode will take us on a new adventure, with a new mystery, while inching us closer to a final resolution in Charlie's journey to escape Sterling Gates. So with all of the background out of the way, let's touch on our final thoughts. In the first few episodes, Poker Face was an interesting watch. Although a pretty clear tribute to Columbo, the concept and execution behind the show is fresh enough to keep us engaged and interested throughout each episode. The show fits Rian Johnson's talents pretty well, giving us an engaging mystery to follow with plenty of humor and subtle cultural references mixed in throughout. All that aside, Natasha Lyonne's scrappy, charismatic, and always humorous character is always enjoyable too, no matter what show she's in. Lyonne's capabilities put together with Johnson's ability to create compelling characters makes for a good watch on its own. Even better, the show keeps us invested the whole time trying to keep up with the different timelines and clues. Altogether, there is a lot to enjoy about the new series, and given what we see so far, we are looking forward to the next 6 episodes. You tell us, what do you think of Poker Face so far? What do you think will happen in the next few episodes? Let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get in-depth breakdowns of all the hottest shows and movies right now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.